back to the channel. It is your girl Lana Simone. So first of all, I wanted to welcome each and every one of you in. If you have been here for a while, welcome back. If you are new to the channel, welcome in. So today we're going to be talking about God has more in store for your life. And so today I just really, wanted to encourage. I mean, most of my videos, it's a lot of encouraging. So I hope y'all feel encouraged because I be doing my best to encourage, okay? But today we're going to be talking about, just knowing that God has so much in store for your life. I think oftentimes we, can feel like our life is meaningless. That, sometimes we get to a point, it's like, what am I living for? What am I doing? What is my purpose? Where am I going? Like, what's happening? Like, we get to that moment, especially in transitions, like, when you're becoming a young adult or, you're leaving school and you're like, okay, what's next? Like, a lot of times people don't know what's next. Like, the safe route usually is, okay, go to college. But some people, unfortunately can't afford college. So then it's like, okay, those people, it's like, then what do I do? And then you got people who don't want to go to college. And then it's like, okay, then what do I do? So it leaves you like, questioning and just wondering. Because it's like, what am I going to do? And, sometimes you feel the pressure because it's like people are asking you, like, what are you going to do? And you're like, I don't know. Like, and so, first of all, recognizing that that's normal. I feel like we all went through that. I had moments where I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I knew I didn't want to go to college. I just knew that wasn't for me. But I knew I wanted to like expand my education and, work. I wanted to get experience working. I feel like experience, especially nowadays, kind of carries you more than even having a college degree, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. And that's, I based on opinion based off of the experiences that I've experienced in life. I've gotten so many opportunities and different stuff when it came to jobs by just interviewing and doing a good interview and learning how to just do good interviews and stuff like that. I didn't have like a degree. I didn't have like, special certifications for some of my jobs at the time. Like now I have like two, certifications for IT and coding, but now before then I was just winging it. Okay, I was just walking in faith and trusting the Lord, like, okay, we're gonna figure this out. I'm like, one thing I know is how to interview, so if I could just pass the interview and get this job, I could figure out the rest. So I kind of just winged it a lot of times and it worked, fortunately. And if you're gonna do that, like, one thing about it, one thing that I've learned that interviewers like is good personality. They like, well appearance. Make sure you dress nice, make sure you look nice, like look like you care about yourself and like you are excited to be there. If you gotta be in person, even if you're doing virtual, because a lot of stuff is virtual interviews, like still dress up. I tell people dress up. Like I work from home sometimes, but I still like dress up because it makes me feel like I'm going somewhere, and it makes me like, it shifts my mind. Like it's a mind shift to make me feel like, okay, you're doing work. Yes, you're not necessarily at a building, but you're doing work. So like it helps my mind. I don't know. I just found that worked better for me because it's like sometimes people get comfortable, which is fine. Like, wearing their pajamas when they work from home. But I feel like for me, I like to just still dress up because it's just like, I'm now telling my brain that we are doing work and this is not a time to be like laying around lazy type stuff. We're like, it's time for work. So that's just how I train my mind to be and want, my life to be. But anyway, that was just something, I guess, that may help somebody if they about to go to a job interview. But knowing that, we're not gonna have it all figured out. We're not gonna always know like what we're gonna do. We all get to that point where we're trying to figure it out. Because even if you go to college and stuff, sometimes you get out and you still don't know what you want to do. So what looks like a guarantee is not necessarily a guarantee, because I know so many people that have went to college and they don't even use their degree for what they're doing now. So I just say, first of all, seek the Lord and ask him what he wants you to do. And, he may give you an answer right away. If not, ask him and say, Lord, just I don't know what I'm going to do, but put me on the path, connect me with the people, give me new opportunities that's going to be beneficial to my life, to, you know, really orchestrate and lead me and guide me on the path that you have set for my life. Because he knows the plans that he has for us. So we just need to ask him and ask for his help to be able to set our paths, to be able to, you know, place our feet where it needs to go for him to be able to fulfill the promises and the plans that he has for our life. So that's one thing I encourage people with. Like, you're not going to have it all figured out. You could get into a job and be like, oh, I thought this is what I liked. And then he's like, nah. You know, sometimes you don't know until you just try. And then when you try, it's like, this is not a good fit. Or it could be a good fit. Like, it's 50-50. But you keep on going. Like, I've tried so many different jobs. And, like, what I learned from it is, like, I got experience. And experience is what carried me further in life. So, like, when in doubt, like, I feel like just get out and do things to get experience, especially when you don't know, you know, because, you know, I'm always that person regardless. I like to work. Like, I want to work. I have a good work ethic. So even when I didn't know or anything like that, I'm like, okay, I'm still going to figure out something. Like, I tried Uber Eats before. I tried, I did like customer service. I did administrative assistant. I did, what else did I do? I don't know, clerical work, all this stuff. I did so many different things. And then I ended up in IT, like, and then the tech world, coding. Like, it's just crazy how your life can go. So it's just so many things. But one thing I didn't do is give up and stay stuck. I'm like, if one thing didn't work, I was like, okay, at least I got the experience. Like, and I could add that to my resume. It's important, especially when you don't have a degree or anything like that, when you have experience, to just prove that you know how to do something, or you have a willingness to want to learn. That's, you know, something that a lot of companies are looking for now, because a lot of them are learning that not everybody wants to go down the college route, and, you know, and that's okay. So they're being more lenient with, you know, their requirements and stuff like that. So, you know, one thing that I would always say that can leverage you is experience. Like, if you can get experience in different jobs, you know, do that. Like, it doesn't have to be like a major job. Like, some of these jobs I worked at was just regular basic jobs, but I got the experience and learned what I needed to get me to the next level. So that's just something I encourage people with. But of course, seek the Lord. Like I always say, invite him into your life, invite him into your plans, or, you know, include him, and especially bring the questions that you have for your life to him, so he can help lead you and guide you to where you need to go. So, you know that the Lord has so much in store for you. You know, sometimes you may not feel it right now. You may be in a season where it's like, you don't know. It's like, why are you telling me this? Listen, God knows the plans he has for you. So seek him each and every day. Ask him to, you know, reveal those things to you. Set your path, set your feet on the path in order to be able to fulfill those plans. Connect you with the people, the opportunities, wherever it needs to be done, so that he can show you what he has had in store for you all along. And one thing about it is he doesn't reveal things all at once. Like, God reveals things to us with time. Like, sometimes he needs to put us in a season to where we learn and grow and develop different things before he takes us to the next season. So he's not going to reveal our whole life. He's not going to like play a film and show us our whole life played out. No, because then we wouldn't need faith, we wouldn't need trust, we wouldn't face difficult situations. So he wouldn't do that. But he will give us snippets and help along the way to be able to help us move forward and be able to experience through our journey with him, you know, what he has in store for us. So you guys, I hope this video really encouraged you today. I hope you know that there's so much more in store for you, and I'm really excited to hear, you know, what that is for some people. You know, I always encourage people to share your testimony, share the goodness of God in your life that he has done, because why? Our testimony is something, an act of faith that really is, you know, expressed to be able to help encourage and bring hope to other people. So just like I share my little journeys with y'all and you know, all this stuff in my life, I encourage other people to do that. Like, let's create you know, an environment to where people can just express who they are and just express the difficult times. They can express the good times. Like, we want to hear both, because it's good for people to not feel alone and not feel like they're on this island all by themselves. So just know that this is something that's open for everybody to do that. I want this to be like a community or something built to, like, so people know that there's people out here rooting for them, supporting them, and cheering for them. And also struggling sometimes, you know, because we do struggle. But when you know that you're not the only one struggling, that helps build you up and encourages you to be able to move forward. So be encouraged today, guys. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.